Troubles in the air. Oh my Lord, the light is going down and the week is here. Save my soul. Who's already there? Who's already there?
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuning in to the NFL on EA Sports. Anticipation is mounting for today's game. And we've got two quarterbacks looking to make an impact. It's the Steelers going up against the Falcons. Set for the call of this Week 15 matchup, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Larry. From the home of the Falcons since 1992, there's a look inside the Georgia Dome, just on the outskirts of downtown Atlanta. Today, we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Atlanta Falcons. They'll come out in the pistol. Now a first down throw. Locke is going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down. Offensive starters time. Electric is certainly a word that comes to mind when you talk about Le'Veon Bell.
Love the way that he reshaped his body coming out of college. A bigger, thicker runner while he was at Michigan State. Lost weight, became more of a whippet in the NFL, and now no one can tackle the guy, whether he's running it or catching it.
The throw on second down is Locke. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And the linebacking core could certainly be crucial today.
They do everything really, really well. Fly to the football, defend the pass, you name it, they do it, as well as set the defensive front. Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices,
my fault, fellas.
Practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And not much running room. Down to the 32. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
2nd down, 8. Here's Luck now on second down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down. Here comes the seventh play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's third down. Throwing on third down, Luck. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
And the 8th play on this drive coming up. They'll go back to the ground with Bell. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
Now Luck with a double coverage, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He has just been a load for opposing offenses to account for now. 8 interceptions on the year.
I love that number because I always think of center field. You know, when I hear 8, because that's the position you write in your scorecard in baseball. And what do good center fielders do? Take away all the alleys, right? They range deep and make a whole lot of great catches.
Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a...
And that's caught inside the 30. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 42 yards.
All right, partner, that's it. That's a video game highlight catch right there. Acrobatic, one hand, come down with the football. Look, if you and I are playing Madden right now, I'm throwing down my control. I'm done. That's it. I can't do this anymore. Yet, we see it happen just about every week. All these guys need is a chance, and they're making those types of plays, even if we don't believe what we just saw.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think? Well, this is taken in. It's complete. They'll get 32 yards there. And the Steelers are going to have a first down. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes, just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. A screen to Bell. It's a loss of 4. Now third down. The line to gain is at 33 on third down. Now that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up.
Try to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Right there, those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
They come up with one running back. That's Bell. On second down, here's Love. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a third down.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve. And that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
Incomplete. He had his hands on it, but couldn't pick it. But it's now fourth down. The Steelers call here on the Aussie, Australian-born Jordan Berry now to punt this one away. And they will get to this one and down it at the 13-yard line. And the Falcons now making their way back out onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. He sets to fire deep. And incomplete on the deep ball. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gordon, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 10 to start things out. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. They'll come out in the pistol. He'll try again with it on here on 2nd down. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. Give him 6 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
Great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice for such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Another pistol look here. And it pushes right forward to about the 32. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. And they'll run it here. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gain, they can run that plan any down.
And they go with the ground attack here. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Love the run right there. And when you analyzed him coming out of college, when you tried to put a grade on him, you saw the flashes while he was in school.
Man, it's caught inside the 10. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 45 yards.
Really good recognition of the offensive line of the blitz. They picked it up, allowed for more time to throw the ball deep downfield, and a big-time completion.
Now back to throw. Throwing for his line back, and he's got it complete. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of...
And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. It's their quarterback scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Falcons will add on to their lead.
And the sneak works on 2nd and goal. They didn't wait until it was 4th down to try and get him across.
No, and I think if you're the QB, you like these plays, don't you? I mean, you want to hand it off sometimes, but also prove that you can get it in there as well.
Hey, it makes you really part of the gang, doesn't it? It makes you part of the crew, and it really bonds you with those big offensive linemen because then you get to celebrate with the big fellas.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it. All right? So you got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But listen, there's something like there's going to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
They'll come up now in the Wildcat package. Here's a direct snap to Bell. And incomplete here, so a little razzle-dazzle on that one, but they couldn't hook up, and it's 3rd down.
I wouldn't be shocked at all right now. There's a look of surprise on the big fella's face because he had the route that he wanted, running the corner, and usually he's able to use his body and catch the football. A really nice play by the defenders, able to knock it away.
And Luck will be intercepted for a 3rd time. A great rally takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. And the big boy, dare I say, he showed some athleticism there.
Oh, without a doubt. And you know what else we saw on that play? Why they do more and more ball drills in practice. They want everyone proficient with catching the football and being comfortable because you never know when a big play like this will happen for a big man.
That post-game locker room, does he get an extra drumstick?
But who's going to get that anyway? He may get the whole spread now.
Yeah, put some gravy on there. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Shipped together here from the D-line. Fresh off the pick 6, it's long. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A great lead, and it's picked off. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. This will be caught inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Philip Dorsett with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Falcons will extend their lead. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Again, we'll see the pistol here. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
The slot man in motion right. The throw on second down is Love. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
So incomplete on second down. Now they'll look to convert here on third. From the gun on third down, Love is going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down.
And now here's another interception. A great week. Well, he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. Here's Love, and he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
And they insert their dime package, 6 DBs here on 3rd and 6.
Expecting pass all the way. So a pause here for us as well. Time to pay some bills. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. So 3rd down, and the Falcons going with a dive. 6 defensive backs. To throw is Love. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. 18 yards there and a 1st down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play. And sometimes it can break big.
Left now to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. These guys told us, these guys being the coaches, they wanted to really stretch the field, get the ball down deep. They were able to do that here.
And you know when you stretch the field, you often leave guys in one-on-one situations, and that allows your better athletes to go up and get the football. I love the preparation that they put into this. They made it a priority, and they got what they expected.
Now a 1st down throw. Love. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. He'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. Throwing again is Love. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
Come on, man.
That's good for 5. It's 3rd down. They like going to him in the slot.
Why would you 2 clock with this much time left?
Until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
He bossed me. Dang.
That one goes for 24 yards.
As far as I'm concerned, Andrew Luck can do it all. I mean, he's an underrated runner. Toughness in the pocket, strong and stout. But let's face it, the money, that comes from his own.
And smart, valedictorian of his high school class in Houston that he goes to Stanford.
That ain't working, pimpin'. Let's see where I got
Sometimes it
higher.
happens too fast for the guy catching the ball because all of his movements have to be quick off the line of scrimmage, and then all of a sudden the ball's right on top of you. And maybe he got a little bit ahead of himself there.
Yeah, a lot of times coming in with good pace, and he dropped it. To the air again.
Got him.
Oh, my goodness, another interception.
I was waiting for it, boy.
And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this...
And you trying to blitz me. Oh, you disrespectful.
We'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side.
Oh, you disrespectful trying to blitz me.
Got his man complete. 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Philip Dorsett in the final seconds of the first half. And the Falcons continue to pour it on.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish.
Disrespectful bum trying to blitz me.
That lead, and you always say it can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff. Because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
I'll give you a chance. I'm going to blitz you back. Give you a chance.
We're just going to see a knee, and that's it.
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And this will be incomplete.
Good try.
1 second left
Nice
to go.
pass.
Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it or not.
Good try, too,
Now
boy.
we'll see if they try that again.
Yeah, I think what we find on plays like that, when you take that shot, if you're unsuccessful, then you go way more conservative to finish the half, you know? I think that's the way they'll go.
Love. He's going to go up top again. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we're at halftime here in Atlanta with the Falcons out in front. As we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And this return is positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. So holding by the offense, and maybe now got to shift up what you want to do on the playbook.
Yeah, definitely. Change what you're doing in the playbook, but boy, the advantage shifts to the guys on defense, doesn't it? Longer yardage situations, they often become bolder.
Now on first down, he'll drop the throw it. Flushed out right.
Bad pass.
Incomplete. Philip Dorsett, the intended receiver. And now it's second down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Well, that's the desired outcome coming out here in the second half of being able to run the football and establish a little bit of pace and maybe even a bit of dominance at the line of scrimmage. And they want that to continue. Way too early to think about this being ball control time. But the way they're...
And he fires one.
I'd try him. 2 people wide open. My fault, fellas.
47-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. After the interception, it's Long. He's going to air one out.
Boston, good night.
Steelers touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver.
Yeah, you get that momentum after a turnover. Boston. King Griffin, you get Moss lately, man. But playoffs, I'm gonna switch him out. Put that cornerback over there.
They'll boot this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
On 3rd down, he'll drop the throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. A gain of 13 and also a 1st down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends are creating so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. 30, 10, 5, touchdown, Falcons. A great play there with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Falcons add on. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
He's going to air one out.
There we go.
There's another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Well, here now come the Falcons. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. So they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You see a little more bouncing.
This is caught inside the 15. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 59 yards in the red zone this time. Back to throw now on 1st down. Flush to his right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Philip Dorsett with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 15 on the year. And the Falcons turn that interception into a touchdown. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And the Steelers set to take the field. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
They'll try and get the running game going with Bell. And that's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down.
Well, it hasn't been a whole lot of fun for Le'Veon Bell in this ball game, trying to find room to run the ball. I'm sure they're going to have to change some things up because he's so versatile. They've got to get the ball in his hands somehow and create some space because they're losing this game.
Well, defensively, you've got to key in on Bell, make him the focal point to stop him, and they've been able to do that.
And he's gotten better every year he's been in the league, always adding something to his game. One of the premier runners in the NFL.
So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise there in the dime.
It's my fault. I played the wrong play.
Past the 20. And into the end zone.
My fault.
Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
I couldn't switch in time.
Play there. 83 yards. And the Steelers are able to get a score back. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No,
Yeah, simple fly route. Nothing you can do about that. Messed that up.
I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers. That meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And with the new rule, that decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he only gets to the 20. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments.
Oh, throw the ball right.
Great confidence having scored the last time out. There are a good number of coaches that anytime they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. The linebacker Ryan Shays here there to make the tackle. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
Back to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact.
I don't even know why I picked that play.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it here. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. It's an 8-yard pickup, and on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. Boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Back to throw here. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And he finds him having a crossing route. Touchdown, Falcons! Their dangerous wide receiver. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Falcons continue to pour it on. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
So 2nd and medium, 2nd and 5 now.
What up, fellas?
They'll go again with Bell. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
All right, Brandon, you know me as well as anyone. You know I don't usually advocate abandoning things during a game. But here we are in the second half. I think it's time to change things up. Let the running game go a little bit. Let's get to the passing game. And if you still want to get in the hands of the runner, maybe you swing it to him, throw it to him a little bit. Try it that way.
Throwing on 3rd down. Love. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of the playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's. That's exactly what they did there. This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball,
he said something. I don't know who that is.
Every carry is put damage on defense. So after a while,
let's see, advanced settings.
Guy's going to want to run up and tackle him.
I didn't know you was watching. I'll be calling different plays. I don't make sure I don't try to let y'all see nothing too extra on offense. You know.
Again, it's Bell. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Well, not long ago that the NFL guys really didn't adopt much from the college game. But one thing that has crept in there is spreading things out, opening things up.
And my goodness, another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many
good tackle, boy.
There was good protection there.
Thought I broke it.
So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them.
Nah, it don't matter, man. Execution that matters. Oh, get off him. Too fast.
Dorsett by himself. Touchdown, Falcons. Philip Dorsett, 71 yards. And the Falcons add on.
Man, this is made, man. I share with everybody on me, can.
Pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory.
I want enough cash to pay back for Madden, for 2-3 Maddens, really.
I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's simple to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have
bad
something
offense.
going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you're not winning at the point of attack for an offensive line, maybe they're getting out physical. Spread things out a little bit, make it more of a one-on-one blocking scheme.
Nah, he going to start chewing clock.
You just have to win it by position. That may open things up for your running backs.
I did not expect that. Good run. Good play. I didn't expect that.
A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350.
Told you going to chew the clock.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day.
Fumble, come on, boy.
If you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over. Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Here's Locke. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
There we go. There we go.
Nothing out of that one. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
They gain nothing, and all they need are inches. Usually we put this on the offensive line, but sometimes it's the quarterback's fault as well.
Oh, he got that?
Low and burrow.
Y'all tripping.
Usually we talk about O-line surge, their D-line surge leading to 4th. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. And now they're in the hurry-up. After the run, Luck going to throw. And it's complete to
Good play.
the screen.
Good play.
Taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Time for a break.
I was in my wrong defense.
Wrap up garbage time after this.
Good play, buddy. Good play. There you go with that.
Well, the offense lining up 1st and 10. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. The wide receiver moving to a new spot. Now this time he'll look to throw.
Give me that pick.
And now here's another
There we go.
interception. A great read and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And tough starting field position here. Now a handoff looking right. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's exactly what you want.
That was a dumb. Why the word did I spin?
Yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be...
Oh, wide open, complete. The 20. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just thinking about those dinner
that was
plans,
dumb.
my friend.
Well, you and I, we think about dinner plans, but we also know they're playing people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
Good play.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Looking left side, and it's complete.
He caught
And
that.
he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. We haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of what? A turkey bowl, a
Look at that.
Thanksgiving day.
Look at that.
You know,
Catch that.
This year when the Davises and the Gardens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like. Like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
2nd down here after the incomplete pass. 2nd and 10, Luck again. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Well, to say that this has not been his game is probably a big understatement. I mean, he is all over the place. Mechanics are off, not accurate, except if you're playing on defense because they picked off a good number of passes.
Yeah, all the INTs, but they're throwing it off his back for pressure coming. And my goodness, another interception. Adrian Amos with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
He'll come out throwing here on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And some options here for the offense on 2nd and 2. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's got his man on the crossing route. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And now a first down following that long gain. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll look to throw here on first down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. This is caught inside the 15. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will.
Oh, I should have went for 2. Just in case I get it back.
And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Another pistol look here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to let it fly. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Little bit.
In motion to the left. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
Let me get that.
Now here's another.
Don't steal. What are you doing? Come on.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Yeah, I thought about it afterwards, man. I was like, damn, I should have went for it for 2, but it's all good.
And this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take this.
There he goes, right side. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2.
Oh, wow.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside.
No sense to kick a field goal.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this one incomplete.
Good play, boy.
Really taking a knee is not in vogue. They're not able to add another touchdown on. And now the ball game is over. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.